Aaron James, head of rugby at Bath Uni. Mate, you've been here since day one, BUCS Super Rugby.
Yeah.
Tell us about the league. How's the league changed over coming up to 10 years?
Yeah, it keeps changing. Fortunately, it keeps getting better. The people coming out of it, developing out of it's incredible. Thanks to a lot of support from BUCS and the live streaming and the support, it's gathering some big momentum. And I think back to being one of the originators, it's gone beyond where we thought it would in a good way, and it's brilliant.
Yeah, you've had some unbelievable success stories in recent years. You've got an amazing tie-up with Bath. I'm thinking of guys like Miles Reid is playing in the Premiership regularly. Archie Griffin's just been out in Australia playing for Wales. How proud are you of those guys, but also, what your program's achieved?
Of course, we're proud. We're about developing some really good people and players, and that's our philosophy. And fortunately, we had a really good year on top of a few other years with Archie, with Austin Emmons playing for GB Sevens, and guys, in the Premiership, which we're really lucky to do. It would be good to win a league though, which we haven't done. But that's what we're about. And I think people above Super Rugby and the Premiership and the Championship have really taken notice of it and see the value, and not only when the players finish, but also when they're studying and got dual careers as being professional rugby players, like use some examples like Miles Reid. So I think we're immensely proud, and I'm just one coach that's immensely proud. All the other Super Rugby teams have equally got their stories, which is really good.
Should we talk about that elusive league title, Aaron?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I mean, you came as close as you've been for some years last year. You hit the semi-final, Exeter away. It's kind of everyone's nightmare on paper, but boy, you brought the noise in that semi. It was war out there. Didn't quite make the final, but in terms of the progression, the trajectory of the group, of the programme, got to be happy with that sort of traveller direction.
Yeah, when you say happy about losing and taking the positives, well, yeah, I'm a bit sick of it. We've got lots of semi-final medals hanging around my chest, but haven't got any further. But thanks for reminding me. A game again we lost, but geez, it was physical. I haven't. We've showed some footage to our new pre-season group of just the start. Across excuse my language, the hits that were going in from both teams, just wow. And the physicality, but Exeter were a step ahead of us and deserved to win, and that's been like you say, the positives from a loss. We're going to be a bit more physical and fitter and skilled under pressure, and that's our drive this year. So to get the three of those better, given quite a high transition in a university rugby atmosphere, is what we're gonna aim to do.
You use the word transition there, and that's just part and parcel of BUCS Super Rugby. It's kind of one of the joys, because we get a whole fresh influx each year from schools and kids who are coming in on gap years. You've got to rebuild every year almost. I know you've got a core that remain, but tell us about the new group that you've inherited, I guess, here for this season at Bath. What are you liking? What should we be excited to see?
Look, it's one of the most frustrating parts of the job. If I was if I was managing in a company and we had 40% turnover, you'd get sacked. In our situation, it's frustrating and exciting. It's just the nature of it, and you have to start again, and some of it's Groundhog Day, but we are finding again, the Super Rugby, BUCS Super Rugby is becoming attractive to a lot of the academies and under 18s and a lot of the good schools and colleges, which is many of them, from the ACE colleges to the Daily Mail Cup or the Vestique Cup. So it's the
I got no idea myself.
It's the
Continental
Continental Cup. Yeah, we're getting there.
We got there in the end.
Yeah, sort of like it's not the Heineken Cup anymore, is it? So we're becoming quite attractive. Look, that there's less academy full contract opportunities. So we're the recipients of a hell of a lot of really good under 18 rugby players. We're getting masters students wanting to stay on and or continue from other degrees. So we're becoming a bit of a hub for some really even more really good talent right across. And fortunately, we're quite successful at Bath Rugby in doing that. Look, what I know from pre-season, we're still finding what we have got in the positions, but we've got some really good people, and that's we can always develop the good people and players around that.
Can I press you to name a few of the lads who we should be particularly excited about? I think, you know, you got someone like your captain Ludo Colladi, who's been playing in the World Rugby Under-20 trophy for Scotland, and he's kind of the tip of the iceberg. You've got a lot of talent there. Yeah,
look, I'm always dubious to to name them all. Look, you know, Ludo. Look, Billy Sellers had a good year for us, and as a first year tight head prop, and did fairly well. Says quite a lot. You know, looking forward to, you know, him maybe playing a few games for us, because the problem is when they're at university, when they get decent, they get taken away. You know? Yeah. So you sort of want them to be really good, but only not yet, not till we're finished. Look, we've got a whole mix, and we use all of us use high 40s to 50s amount of players. So. It's no use naming our superstars because they're never on the pitch at any one time in any of the clubs. So
it's a club effort.
Yeah, you know, I know it sounds a bit cliche, but it just is. And because of the nature of where players are, where they're linked to clubs, they get successful, go into representative teams, the Premiership Cup, the nature of university with exams and injuries and things. We just use high 40s players in BUCS Super Rugby, which again is frustrating, but then it gives opportunity for the others to come through. And you know, Archie Griffin, you know, played, you know, now capped 3 or 4 times for Wales, has only played 2 or 3 games for us, you know, and this time last year, you know, was wondering whether he'd play 2 or 20, and you know that's where it's ended up. But you know, example for him, he just goes on to better things.
What can we expect to see on the pitch stylistically from Bath this season?
We're gonna look. We're Super Rugby, and we want to run the ball, and that's what our players got given the circumstances and the conditions. We are trying to get better at what we've been trying to get better at, you know, over a number of years, and we'll do that around our set piece and our defence and some of our attack. But yeah, we want to excite a bit more. The players want to excite a bit more, excite our fans and themselves really. And given the weather conditions and the operation, but again, I come back to when we also want to win. Yeah. And we want to win more games of rugby that we have been doing, and to get ourselves in the top 4, to put ourselves in a better place for playoffs to get to the final.
Well, good luck to the brothers.
Thanks very much, Joey.